Team Steph. Young players get behind Matildas on Catley's Field of Dreams. When Steph Catley started playing at East Bentleigh Soccer Club as a 6-year-old, she had to join older brother Daniel's team. Now she's a Matildas star and the club has an army of eager young female players. On Monday night, those young fans will be cheering loudly for their local hero as she and her teammates line up at Melbourne's AAMI Park for the Matildas' do-or-die match against Canada, their final game in the group stage of the World Cup. Catley, 29, shot to prominence by nailing a goal from the penalty spot in Australia's 1-0 win over Ireland on day one of the tournament, a moment that captured the imagination of wannabe Matildas across the nation, particularly at her home club. East Bentleigh did not have a program for girls when she started in the sport, so she joined Daniel's team and continued to run around with the boys until heading to Sandringham in her early teens. Just 2 years later, aged 15, she made her senior debut in the A-League with Melbourne Victory. The growth of East Bentleigh SC is symbolic of how soccer has expanded during Catley's time in the sport. The club now runs mini-ruse programs for boys and girls aged 4 to 6, with its girls-only sessions attracting 10 to 15 participants on any given Saturday. Jason Hart, whose 5-year-old daughter Charlotte is one of those mini-ruse participants, said having the Women's World Cup in Australia was having a huge impact on the kids. It's been massive. So, my daughter Charlotte, she's been down, playing soccer, 2 years. Last year was about enjoying it but not really making the connection. But with the World Cup now, we've been to a few games, and she's loving it, he said. She's loving Steph, but Sam Kerr's her favorite. The news that Kerr, Australia's captain, will be fit to play against Canada after missing the opening 2 games with injury adds to the excitement for Monday's game in Melbourne. As a global superstar in her sport and one of the nation's most recognizable athletes, Kerr is a clear favorite among the East Bentleigh faithful. The regularity with which she scores goals ensures her popularity even outranks local hero Catley. But Hart said community pride in East Bentleigh at Catley's achievements had been obvious, particularly on social media, since the World Cup started. Emily Wall, who has a son and daughter playing soccer at East Bentleigh SC, said her family had been following the Matildas' fortunes closely. It was a bit disappointing to see the last game, the 3-2 loss against Nigeria. They tried hard, but there were a few players out. So it was an understandably hard game to watch, and everyone was on the edge of their seats. That was a bit of a shame to lose, she said. But the first win was amazing. Yeah, a beautiful penalty kick by Catley. After missing out on tickets to Monday's game, Wall and her family will watch from home. It's nice to have sort of a local hero to support and cheer on, and when we see her play, it's amazing, said Wall. It's not only in Melbourne's southeast where soccer fans have been showing their Matildas mania and pride in Catley. Brisbane 24-year-old Bridget Exner went so far as to get a tattoo to commemorate Catley's goal against Ireland. Exner knows the impact big tournaments can have on fans, after watching her first soccer game during the Tokyo 2020 Olympics and becoming hooked on the Matildas.